Alright, hello everyone, welcome to episode number 32 now of YFJC, or Your First Jungle Clear. This is the show where I go over the early jungle pathing from members of my community. Why the early jungle path, you ask? It is the most impact we have as a jungler and the most important time of the game to get our momentum throughout the game. There is so many reviews that I do where people make games so much more difficult for themselves because their early game, they just lack basic fundamentals, they're falling too far behind in farm, they're forcing ganks. So this is all the stuff we cover on this show, and we look to improve it and work on our jungle fundamentals. So we can climb the solo queue ladder, which is what we're all trying to do. So we have two OLaf games tonight, two Graves games, and a Sejuani game. So pretty much just 3 champions we'll be covering. There will be timestamps in the video chapters if you want to go through those on YouTube. I do these every week on Twitch as well. I'm streaming this right now live, so if you want to tune in, you can go follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/NathanMott. So let's get into our first guest, which is an OLaf. Let's drag him in now. Alright, Lucas, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Yes, it's all fine.
Welcome back to the show, Lucas. How's your OLaf been going since you came last on?
Pretty good. So, yeah, I tried both builds out, and I just like the Trinity more, I guess.
So you're sold
my
on the
ball's
Trinity.
been pretty good, yeah. Was good.
And why did you choose this game specifically, Lucas?
Because I got early invaded, and I wanted to know if what I did was right, or if I should do anything else besides that.
Okay. What's your reasoning for Bloodline again instead of Alacrity?
Because I get the attack speed from the Trinity Force, I don't need it from the runes, and you get early game, if from being low you get enough attack speed anyway, so you clear fast.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Definitely recommend the Alacrity still for the Black Cleaver build, but obviously that's what your build is, so... Alright, so, obviously we do our good old blue trick. The W start.
And I saw them invading me, so I placed on this ward to see if he also grabs my Raptors or only the rep buff.
Yep.
So
Alright,
I know
like
I
this.
can fight him. Well, I actually misclicked. I wanted to level 3, but I did a mistake. I should have leveled E, but it was fine at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely going to affect our skirmishing pretty heavily, Lucas. So, yeah, definitely want to be leveling E there. Okay, this is interesting. Go on.
I looked at it afterward, but I thought about, would it be good if I do my blue side, then instantly go to his blue buff and do his blue side? Would that be a play I can do? Because I saw that him go to his Raptors.
Yes, it is a play you could do, Lucas, and especially the fact that you have not leveled up your E. You probably should do that here.
Yeah.
I mean, we did see...
I mean, I didn't know if they warded. I didn't know if they had any wards in my red side jungle, so they would probably see me and their bot lane could move faster than mine.
Yeah, they could actually really... You're actually in a really tough position here, Lucas, I'll be honest. And everything actually is warded. No, I mean, I think this is the right move. I mean, if you have E, I mean, you should easily be able to destroy a Kayn early, right? So...
I mean, yeah, of course. It's just a habit of mine to level Q 2 times.
What?
It was just bad that I leveled it.
If you're going to fight here, Lucas, why not pop both potions?
Yeah, true. I should have popped pelt. Yeah.
Because the thing about this as well, you just got your W baited. Kayn should just wait this out. This is really bad for you as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're waiting for your W cooldown back again. Okay, that's actually really good. I like you just waited. This is really good, Lucas, by the way. You just didn't run straight at him. You waited for your W.
Yes. I mean, all of you got to play around cooldowns.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, your W is very, very important. All right, well, Cat is doing work.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's the right move what you did here, Lucas. Except level up E, yeah.
Yeah. Because I couldn't, in that moment, I couldn't think of anything else to do. Because my jungle was like, I could have gone into my bot side jungle, but only the Crux would be up. That would be such a time waste.
Yeah, no, yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
So I want to take his Raptors instant.
Yeah, so where's Kane going to be going out of base?
Bot side, of course.
Because his blue buff's up and everything, right? So all his camp stops. He's like, oh, I got to go do my blue, so I go bot.
I could have taken his Crux, actually.
Yeah, I think that take his Krugs and then base. What do you think? Take his Krugs and then base to go bot.
I just found out that Olaf packs before 1400 gold are just 1450 gold are really bad because you need the Coffin Warhammer for the early damage for the skirmishes and you need the mana from the talisman. Oh wait, I actually had it. Yeah, I should have backed. But I mean, leveling up the camps so I get more XP from the next full play.
Yes, that's right. That's also important. Yeah, that's why I don't mind it too much, to be honest. I actually think you did the right move, Lucas. Yeah. Don't worry about his Krugs. It's like, it's whatever. Get your Gromp and your Wolves respawn again. That's going to do way better for you for experience and gold. Alright, so the good old Blast Cone over the wall, Rush Dragon tactic. So... do you know where Kane is right now?
I mean, he did his bot side. He probably did his top side too, so he backed, I guess. I would say he backed now.
Yeah, there's no way he's here. So, unless he, like, hanged around and maybe tried to take your Raptors. So I'm trying to figure out if this is a coin flip dragon or not, Lucas. I
mean, the enemy bot lane didn't back yet, so they had to back, and I mean, they warded it, so they probably don't ward it again, because they think it's safe. I saw the ward pop at the end. So I know there wasn't another ward, and I also sweeped it.
Alright.
And their bot lane had to back because they had like so much gold. I think Jin got back and got his BF. So if their bot lane decides to stay and go for the Drake, it would be like time waste, I would say. And now they leave it, but like I'm already finished. So.
Alright, yep, we'll take that. Alright, so we're just clearing. This is good, Gromp. Alright, where's your attention focus now, Lucas? What's the next objective?
Herald, obviously. And the Kane's red buff just respawned, so I thought maybe I could get him off. I saw him move to Raptors, so I just waited here.
Love it, Lucas. This is excellent. You could have easily
actually rage quitted after that one.
Got it.
He rage quitted after that.
Love it. Forcing people to rage quit, Lucas. You could have easily chosen to do Rift Herald here, but I love this. I mean, you know his red spawn's up. Go check it. You know, don't hit the blasting, don't hit the scrying plant because you'll give away your position. You even see Kane on the map. Oh, he's just dead. You know, you've got a huge information advantage over him. So, good move. I love this. This is really good. And this is how you want to be thinking about playing Olaf. Go into their jungle, get a kill, then take their red, and then take Rift Herald. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. I think.
Yeah, well, take his Krugs, obviously, is right there. Take this. Katarina's in their base right now. Jin misses his W. Okay. This doesn't exactly look like taking Rift Herald, Lucas.
Yeah, but like the Yasuo was low and they didn't know if he either backed or was trying to cheese. So I just rather went top
yeah,
for a second because Kane's not going to be able to contest my smite anyway. So we don't have to rush it exactly, I would say.
Alright. Ooh. Alright, Lucas. Why not reset and then prepare for dragon?
Because the dragon is spawning in... Wait, what is the timer right now exactly?
The timer is 44 seconds.
Yeah, so I know in 44 seconds I can still do my Raptors, then reset, then get Warrior, and they'll be like 5 seconds late to the buff. Add to the dragon, I guess.
Okay, as long as you're conscious of
Is that-
that.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I mean, there's definitely no... I wouldn't say there's any
And I had the
threat.
fast backboard anyway with Herald. And that was at dragon time, so I guess it's fine.
Alright, you know what you should actually do here, Lucas? You should literally run straight mid and then hit this and break mid tower. Instead of doing dragon.
I mean, wouldn't it be kind of risky because we didn't know Kane disconnected yet, so he could be going to Drake.
Even if Kane's here, you will break this tower anyway. What is Kane going to do against you, you know?
But we lose a Drake, like a free Drake, because of that.
You think you'll lose
Yes, we do.
dragon if you Rift Herald and break mid?
I mean, he could. Cat wouldn't have stopped Dragon, and maybe he would have stolen. That was my. That is what I thought in that game. So I wasn't worried that he's gonna solo it. I was just worried that maybe he's gonna steal it.
Why would he steal
Cat
dragon?
was gonna do it anyway.
Cat was going to rush solo the dragon anyway. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because like she was straight up going to Drake.
Okay, whoa, Lucas. This
So-
is too much thinking in hindsight. Like, I'm telling you to know right now, like LeBlanc's dead, you need to run out of base here. Like, there's no dragon's not even up yet. You can't even think about Katarina starting dragon, right? Sit here, break
Yeah.
this, react to, trust me, Ken is not going to take this dragon, alright?
When I was walking to Drake, I didn't think about mid lane turret.
Yeah, so think about this as soon as, because bot lane's just spawned now, you have plenty of time to just hit this and just break this tower. She takes too long to get out of base, you know? Then you break mid tower, great, you get all the plates on yourself, you're super fed, check. Then you walk down and then you take dragon, because they're reacting to mid wave. So the idea is that you're putting out pressure, and then you do dragon, yeah?
I really like to share the tower gold with Herald, with my laner. Because Katarina was like so fed anyway, she's gonna snowball it.
I guess so.
We want to put more gold into her.
I guess so.
So
As long as
I
you're,
had enough time for Herald anyway. I had enough time.
as long as you're thinking of that as an option, Lucas, that's also the point as well. So did you know
I
you could break mid tower right now?
I mean, I didn't think of it, right?
Because
I wanted
you're
to
tunneled
I
on
wanted to
dragon,
straight.
that's right. But the way I need you to be thinking, Lucas, and whether there's right decisions or wrong decisions, I need you to know all your options. That's how you become a better player as league, because then you know to adapt real quick. It's like, oh, you've got an opportunity right now to get the best tower in the game. Dragon, you can get both, you know, but if you just get dragon and then maybe they can defend mid for a little bit longer, then that's like, you know, not ideal. Wouldn't you rather get mid tower and dragon versus just dragon? That's the way you need to sort of think, you know?
Yeah, but I want Katarina to get the mid lane tower.
Yeah, okay, I understand that, Lucas, but I'm just saying you need to assess all your options. This is what's gonna make you a better player. Always think, what are all the options that I have at the time? Because right now, your only brain is thinking, just do dragon. This is not. It's like a blind spot. This right now for you.
Yes.
So I want you to get thinking about that a bit more in your games, Lucas. Yeah.
I mean, I thought about placing Herald mid lane like the whole time because mid lane was the lowest tower,
That's great.
the easiest we could get.
Yep, that's good. Just got to find the opportunity right now, Lucas.
I gotta use Herald more in a kind of distracting way,
Yes, it's very good.
distracting people away from objectives.
Absolutely.
Gotta use that more.
All right, Lucas, what's it for your early game here? Looking good. Let's keep working at it. We'll keep climbing. What are you at now? Plat 4? Plat 3?
Right now, my main account's plat 3 right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep at it.
I want to hit diamond and I want to do unranked to diamond. Yeah.
Excellent. Is Olaf the only champion you're playing right now?
Pretty much. Olaf, sometimes Evan, sometimes Jenga, but Olaf's pretty much the only champion. I want to get into Rek'Sai, because Rek'Sai, if you play it good, you can solo carry games with it. Because you can one-shot the ADC. You can one-shot so many people even in the early game with only having Trinity, if you do the combo right. With Rek'Sai.
Yeah. Yeah, you were telling me to make a Rek'Sai guy. Yeah, I think a Rek'Sai, you need it's a lot different playstyle to Olaf. You need much really good game sense. So, I think that's more of a higher elo champ to play effectively Rek'Sai, to be honest. All right, Lucas. Well, thanks for coming on the show, and good luck in your ranked climb, and then we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep it up.
All right, see you later, Lucas.
See you.
All right, so that was our first guest for the night. Let's take a quick look at the chat for a second. As he says, I watched the Olaf guide, but not having played jungle. Is there a champ that I might want to start with instead? I think Olaf is actually a good start. I think he teaches you how to start clearing the game efficiently. Nunu's a potential champ as well. Nunu's changed a lot. In terms of people changed at Phase Rush now instead of what my guide, which I recommend Aftershock. But SE, I would recommend either Nunu or Olaf. Again, I have guides on those. I mean, even Eve. Maybe not Eve. Do Olaf and Nunu, and then I recommend you also watching the Eve guide in case that playstyle might strike you a bit more. Yeah, you have to practice the clear. Yes, you just practice it, you know? Alright, so let's get our next guest on. This is a Graves on EUNE. So let's log on to that server. Misty Cat says, one of these weeks I'll get a game for you to review. I was gone for 2 seasons, used to be Diamond 5 in Season 8, relearning this game. Gold 2 Terminal, can't watch any of my own VODs. Awesome, that's great. VOD review is good. It will help you improve quicker. Look at all your deaths. That's what I recommend starting with, Misty Cat. Yeah, I think you keep climbing, get back to your level. Once you're stuck, definitely would love to have you on YFJC. Elm says, hey Nathan, what would you update for the Hecarim guide? Pretty much just these runes and give different options. I think Conqueror is still good, but Phase Rush is an option. And Ghost is also much better than Ignite a lot of the time now with Hecarim, since Ghost got buffed since that guide was released. Cucumber says, no, Nathan, what do you think of Fleet of Footwork on Graves? I think Fleet of Footwork is... I'm starting to lean to it a bit more than Phase Rush. Phase Rush is very good against champs that you can... so say if you're against a bunch of range squishy champs like Janna, I don't know, Jinx, Rise, Mid or something like that, Phase Rush is much better if you're there to stick on these targets. But if you're against a bunch of like melee champs, Fleet of Footwork's better as Graves. And you just scale a lot better with Fleet of Footwork as well. Alright, so let's get our Graves player on. Lucas says, do you like the balance of the game more than it used to be in early season 3? I'm distorted with my perception of League over the years because there's so much nostalgia playing like League when I was like really, really good in season 3, 4. I don't know what the game state felt like. Like now I view the game a lot different. It's like more polished versus when it was in season 3, season 4. But I'd still say, like, there was some things in balance, but I'd say not much different for today. But I think the game's in a very, very good state right now. There's a lot of champions. Yeah, I think the game's definitely feels good right now. So it's hard to say. I can't say which one I would prefer more. I mean, I'd love to relive the days of season 3, season 4, but if I went to go back to them, I'd probably be like, that's not that exciting anyway. I'd rather be playing in today's... Like, runes were a lot different then as well. The game's just... It's a different game. It literally is. And people are a lot better as well. That's the thing as well, right, these days. People understand the game much more. Alright, so... We have a... Bronze 1 Graves here. Wait. Alright, let's get him on here. Alright, Larzar, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to the show, Larzar. I'm trying to get your account up. But it doesn't exist. Oh, no, wait, sorry, it does. We're all good. Never mind. So this is a Graves game of yours, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, let's... get the game up here. 995. All right. So tell me about when did you start playing the game here, Laser? What should I call you, by the way, Laser or
Larzar.
Larzar? All right, Larzar. How long have you been playing League for, Larzar?
I played like in season 3. Yeah, I was a kid, like, but I played like about a month or 2 months, like, and then I decided not to play the game anymore, and I came back this February, so this is my first season.
So you mean, that's like, a good 7-8 years ago. You played for a month, and this is your first season playing the game properly. So you're new to League, basically,
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So you're a jungler? You always want to be a jungler, or are you testing out roles like as you go? Or
Yeah, I'm jungle, definitely.
All right, so we're all in on jungle. I like it.
Same.
All right, so let's take a look at this game here. So let's start off with your runes. Okay, so yeah, Phase Rush, Nimbus Cloaks here. These are definitely the right Phase Rush runes. Oh, Magic Resist here. Why take Magic Resist over Armor against this team here, Larzar?
Yeah. I don't know, I didn't notice that, but when I get into the game, I saw it and I was disappointed in myself.
Okay, well, don't be too disappointed in yourself. It's a small mistake, but yeah, it's definitely not ideal versus Hecarim. These are a lot of AD champs here. So this is, I was just talking about my stream about Fleet of Footwork. I think this is a much better Fleet of Footwork game. Phase Rush, these champs are pretty much all melee. Like, you don't really need Phase Rush to be sticky on them. You'll be sticky anyway. Fleet of Footwork will help you. Just scale better, just be stronger overall. So the build you would want for that is you go Fleet of Footwork, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and then you'd take Zombie Ward. Actually, no, probably don't do Zombie Ward. It's too complicated. Do Zombie Ward. No, not Zombie Ward. Do maybe it's just the Nimbus Cloak tree. Water Walk in plus Nimbus Cloak. Or Sudden Impact, Relentless Hunter. Alright, no, what I want you to do is, against these games here, Larzar, go Fleet of Footwork. The second one would be, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and then take Sudden Impact, and then Relentless Hunter.
Okay.
And you're gonna feel a lot stronger. Phase Rush is very good in the early game, but you drop off pretty hard with it, to be honest.
I have problems even in the early game.
Alright, well, that's great. We can take a look at that. Alright, so you place a ward there, and we're starting blue. So why start blue here?
Because I watched your guide for Hecarim and I know he will start red, so I wanted to stack up my E and fight him on the crab. But
which crab? The top crab?
Top side.
Okay.
But I didn't go for the crab. I don't know why.
Yep, I actually like that game plan. I think that's okay. Have you watched much Graves guides or watched Tarzan?
I tried to find some Graves guides, but I really don't understand how should I optimize, like how should I play him properly, because my early game with him is really bad. So
yeah, so the early game is very important as Graves, and Graves' early game is very unique because he's one of the strongest level 2 champs in the game, and you really want to utilize his strength of level 2 by starting red buff, because it gives you a lot of options, and the biggest option is actually to invade his do a cross map, invade his jungle. So like this game, I think it would be really good to do red Raptors. Raptors is something you need to practice clearing because you want to stay as healthy as possible and kite them. Then go and fight him on his blue buff, or even just take it. So you want to do this against these junglers, especially when they start red. Obviously, if they start blue, you have to check this. Then you would you could also potentially do red Raptors, like do a 5 camp, and then contest them on bot grab. That's definitely an option as well. But start experimenting with red Raptors, then invading. the blue
Yeah,
buff.
I definitely started experimenting, but I lost my confidence.
Yeah,
'Cause
I can
I-
see that. You'll stuff up a couple of times, but I mean, comes down to map awareness. You have to look at mid lane and top lane priority, but that's really pushing the limits of your champion. But maybe since you're just starting out in bronze, maybe just doing a normal 5 camp clear, I think is probably the way to go here, Larzar. So I think this is fine. I think this is a fine game plan. Let's just make sure we're contesting the Hecarim and the Crab. I think that's really important.
I didn't contest him. Like, I didn't know when I saw him on map. He had like, I think 26 CS. And I was like, wait, he did Krugs, and then I realized that he did Crab before I even get there. So I think my clear speed is pretty low.
No, okay, so it's not your, I mean, your clear speed could be, I think, a little bit faster here, but you need to be going to the Crab right now after red. You don't do a full clear, then do Crab. So
yeah, I did full clear.
Graves is a 5 camp jungler, so he's like, so you do it either side. So if you're going to contest bot Crab, you need to do red, Raptors, Wolves, blue, Gromp into Crab. On this side of the map, you need to do blue, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, red, then invade. Then do the Crab. Does that make sense? Because otherwise you won't make it for the the time.
But like when I invade and try to fight 1v1, I get too close to them and like I don't kite them properly. So I think that is my mistake, my biggest mistake.
Yep, so that's just going to take some time, and that's mechanics. That's understand your limits. That's going to take a lot of practice, but you definitely want to kite people with your E. So usage of E is very important. Sometimes you want to hold it a little bit and then like E at the right time to dodge important skill shots. But also you don't want to be queuing in fights unless they're like running away. We'll look at some skirmishes, but the big problem here, Larzar, is
yeah, Hecarim got out of control. Like, it was really bad.
Yeah, well, Hecarim's had a very easy early game here because he's just taken top grab, and then you show top here, and then now he knows he can easily double grab you. And getting double grabs by Hecarim as Graves is really, really bad. So this is a huge mistake. It might look like a little mistake, Larzar, but it's very, very, very big. So you really need to know as well, like by this stage, it's like, this crab's gone.
Yeah, and I was like telling myself like 5 camps, but I don't know, maybe force of habit.
Yeah, so Graves is just not a full clear jungler. So this is why this game's already so hard already, because you're just giving him double crab, you've shown, and then you invade him, and all his camps are gone. Like obviously, like look at his CS right now. If he's just come like from there, if you do a full jungle clear, it's 24 CS plus a crab, which is 4 CS, is 28. This just means that he didn't do like a little camp somewhere, but you can know that he's done a full clear on crab. So also counting CS is really important as well. So this is also a huge waste of time and a huge waste of sweeper because there's no way this is warded. So I think the only way to adapt in this situation here, Larzar, is you need to do red, Krugs, and then reset, and then just go to bot crab.
He's red.
No. You reset right now and then go to bot crab.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you see this, because you know instantly here that the crab's gone. Oh no, he has 27 CS because he took minions. Okay, sorry, no, he's actually done a 5 camp. He's done what you should have done, basically. Alright, so so this is definitely, this hurts your early game big time. This just really does. Again, you're not utilizing, so your strength as is Graves is your level 2. That's what's your strongest. So I need you to experiment with that.
Yeah, definitely will.
No, let's look at this
I
skirmish.
want to learn this time.
Who knows, I might be making a grave guide potentially soon, Larzar, so...
That would be awesome.
Alright, so, the smokescreen usage here is definitely not ideal. So, the way you want to play these fights, Larzar, is you need to walk up to him and E first and just start auto-attacking. Get your phase rush. Once he flashes, then you smoke screen. in front of them. You never start with smokescreen in these sort of situations, especially early game fights. And you never queue as well. You basically always start fights by running up to them and just Eing them to death and just making sure that you're always walking in front of them. So you walk up to him, you E him, you walk up, you E, auto attack, but you keep in front of him, he flashes, smokescreen, then you E again, auto attack, Q. And then you finish off with Q. You only use Q when they're running away. So you only have 2 options with Q. Q is only used if it's like you're out of auto attack range and they're like running away. Let's say you're here and then they're there, then you pop a Q to finish them off. Or you use Q on like a wall bang. And when I say wall bang, you know how it's like the closer you are to a wall, it does like instantly both procs of the damage for Q.
Yeah.
Then you use it here. But because right now you use all your abilities, like you use W. Okay, this is good, but you got to get more in front of him. Okay, you actually hold your Q. This is good. Yeah, okay, you do that right. Yeah, do that right here, but do you use smokescreen usage is not the way you want to use it, yeah?
Okay. Like I was using smokescreen to slow him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would be able to get to him and then maybe kill him.
Well, in this situation here, is you don't need to slow him because you're already on top of him. Like look at this. Do you need to slow to him to get to him? And red buff also slows as well, as Misty Cat says. So you don't need. You're already on him. So only smokescreen when people are out, like you can't reach. You know. And again, ideally use it for when he flashes. So does that sort of make sense here, Larzar? You might have to watch that again. But yeah, so just walk up, literally just walk up to people, and the closer you are to them, the more damage you do. That's how the shotgun mechanic works for Graves. So your goal when you gank, I just want you to run on top of them and then start auto attacking them. And this is going to help your skirmishing really a lot. You know, you said that your early game, your fights you struggle with at the moment.
Yes.
So you're in a really bad position here because you're early pathing and you have to be a 5 camp jungler. You're not a full clear because you can't contest the crab. You don't clear fast enough. I think you could definitely kill this guy. Why don't you flash here, Larzar?
Yeah, I was afraid. Like, yeah, my confidence in Graves and was
Just
all.
Flash on him now. Q. Or it's like Q, he's dead.
Was scared.
Alright. So, that's going to be for the early game here, Larzar, but basically, yeah, we didn't utilize our strength as Graves at all, and Hecarim just could do whatever he wants, so we didn't put any pressure out. That's the problem here. You didn't make Hecarim's life difficult, and that's what your job is to do as Graves, especially against these talisman junglers like, you know, Hecarim and stuff like that are very weak early.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Not now. Not now.
Alright, so yeah, implement that stuff first, and then do the 5 camp, and then contest crab, and then we'll go from there, alright?
Okay.
Alright, see you later, Larzar. Thanks for coming on, and
thank you.
We'll potentially see you next time.
Hope so.
Bye-bye. Alright, so that was our second guest for the night. A bit more new player to the game. Only been playing for 2 months or so. Alright, so the next person we're going to have on is Sejuani over on NA. I think this is also a bronze game, so a bit more lower elo. Yeah, Eric Foster's definitely good advice there. I think he definitely needed to needs to practice the 5 clamp clear. I mean, there must be some videos on YouTube about how to do the clear as as Graves. Alright, so let's get on ZX Blaze. Alright, ZX Blaze, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Yes, absolutely. Excited to be on the air.
Alright, welcome to the show. I just quickly looked at your profile. I was like, wait, you're not bronze, you're platinum, but I realized that's in TFT. So
Yeah.
you're a TFT god.
Unfortunately, I'm a diamond TFT player, although I'm plat currently, but a bronze league player. So.
Well, we can maybe trade some coaching here on ZX Blaze because I'm a bronze TFT player. All right, so I'm gonna get your game up in just a moment on your screen.
Okay.
And how long have you been playing ranked for?
Just this season. I just started recently, actually.
All right, nice. And how are you finding it so far?
It's not too bad. There's the occasional games of people going AFK or being very toxic, but
yep, it's all part of the experience.
Overall, it's nice to be playing. It's nice to be playing League while I have enough time to do so. That where it feels like there's stakes attached to each game. I'll have to say that.
Yes, I mean, I definitely recommend playing ranked. I mean, but the good thing about, compared to normal games, they're okay for maybe potentially learning a jungler or getting started, but normal games, you're playing with a range of different elos. But this is your actual skill level, you're playing with a bunch of people your same sort of skill level, and you are, people are going to be trying a little bit more harder, and it's probably more toxic, way more toxic than normal games, but, you sort of just got to block that out. If mute all helps. And then, we just go from here. But definitely, I think just diving straight into ranked is always what I recommend. Even if you've got a 10% win rate, like, this is the only way you're going to properly improve. So,
makes sense.
So, you can see... Oh, so what should I call you, by the way, instead of Blaze? What's your real life name?
Lucian.
Lucian. Okay, like literally the same as the champion.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It makes it kind of confusing sometimes.
Interesting. All right, Lucian. Well, tell me about your champion pool right now. Is it just Sejuani are you playing with, or...?
So right now I'm playing a lot of Sejuani and Zach. Still playing Vi sometimes, who I think might still be my highest winner, but I'm not totally sure. Dipping into Hecarim a little bit, but haven't played that as much recently. And then I'm also kind of a fan of the Kench jungle, but I haven't broken that out in ranked yet.
Yeah, okay. Potentially don't recommend the Tahm Kench jungle there, Lucian. I think
That's
you should
fair,
play some traditional junglers first. Sort of get comfortable with that first. But looking at your Sejuani runes here, Aftershock here, Font of Life, yep, Conditioning, Overgrowth, great, Triumph, Alacrity, good. Attack speed, adaptive, plus health. Sejuani is a champion that you need to all in on your tankiness, which is your identity. Don't take adaptive here.
Okay.
Switch out this to armor, and then go health or magic resist based on what you're playing a bit more against. This is a game where I'll probably go attack speed, armor, and health, because you're only against really like 1.5 AP. I guess Yuumi sort of counts.
Okay.
But then you would sort of want to build Merc Shreds, and then that's going to be your magic resist for the game, and then you're just going to be getting Knight's Vow, and then into like a Warmogs, I would suggest.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what you do build this game, but that would be my recommendation. So what's your idea for red? Do you start red every game as Sedge?
So I generally start red. This game, my idea was that I wanted to focus mid and bot. I figured if I got the Akali fed or the Varus fed, that would probably be the best way for us to win the game. The thing I didn't realize at the time, and I should have thought of, was that there was a Yuumi on the enemy team, so bot would not be in a gankable position for a while. So I think, but yeah, that was my thought process this game.
Yeah, so I would be really, I think your mid lane's absolutely a win condition in this game. So Akali obviously works off your passive. If she auto attacks melee, that's really good for you. So you want to always be playing with Sejuani. Try and play around like your melee champs, like bruises and stuff like that. So, I think mid should be a win condition. As you said, identify, bot's just not going to be gankable at the end of the day with a Janna against a Yuumi. that's just going to be sort of a scaling lane. So I'm probably top side. You could also impact Sedge potentially, but it's going to have to be mid. So I think red start's fine. I think red start's way preferable. I think you starting blue is really bad on Sedge because you're too low health by the time you're doing red buff once you do the 4 camp. So yeah, I recommend this pretty much every game. Do red, raptors, wolves, blue. Look for some pressure, crab, grump potentially, then reset, and then go to do your Krugs.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, looks like you got the clear down pat, and then mid's definitely gankable here, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I actually don't see the. I'm a little bit delayed because I'm watching a little bit delayed because I'm on this.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, tell me when you catch up. I'll take that into account.
Sorry. Yes. So mid is gankable. Yeah. So Malzahar roamed down here, which was strange.
Yeah, this is actually really strange. I was just about to see that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, doing grump is fine.
Yeah, so this early game, I felt like I just didn't do anything because first Malzahar roamed down here, and I just kind of wasn't sure if I should help here or if I should just do crab. And then I think various other things happened, and I ended up feeling like I just couldn't find any good ganks. So yeah, I just didn't quite know what I should be doing here.
Yeah. Definitely, you want to be helping your bot lane here. I mean, Malzar's very, very weak early. Same with Jinx and Yuumi. So let's definitely help them here. I mean, this is actually a free kill. I mean, he's in such a bad position. Like, ideally, best case scenario here is you start assist pinging, saying help. You guys catch Malzahar, and then you guys win this 3v3. So I think you missed a clear opportunity here to definitely fight.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's just because you don't know the champion strength of Malzahar, but I'm telling you now, he's very, very weak early. Like, he does nothing. He can't even do anything here.
I think I just tunneled on the crab, so I think that would be the...
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, even right now as well here, Lucian, like, just go on him right now, you know, like, get your Akali here.
Okay.
No, don't go him now, actually. I think it's fine, because we actually don't know where Olaf is right now. Actually, do you know which buff you started?
Olaf... I mean, at this elo, presumably he started red because I feel like
they always start red. Okay, they're bot side, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, actually, no, I think you definitely can go on Malzahar there, to be honest, then. Because he's alone. You have red buff, like, there's no way that he's going to be able to kill you. Again, Malzahar's super, super weak.
Okay.
I mean, I guess actually no, Jinx and Yuumi could... Actually, no, Jinx and Yuumi, yeah, never mind. Don't do that, yeah. Because you don't have bot priority. Alright, so, you walk through mid, you check the top crab, but that's definitely gone. Did you know that top crab was gone by this stage?
I think I probably should have guessed it, given that I hadn't seen Olaf anywhere. But no, I don't think I did. I think I just went to check and make sure that it was gone.
Yeah, so definitely 100% assume it. I mean, if they're starting red, and you're starting red, basically you need to view it as, that's their crab, this is your crab.
Okay.
You know, the topside crab is theirs and that. So you just always need to assume it. Even if it's still alive, you have to assume that it's gone. So yeah, definitely a bit of wasted time here.
Yeah. I think I was just wanted to gank top, trying to badly path through.
Yeah. So I can tell what your mindset is now here. Lucian, is like you're thinking too much of, like, you know how you said before, like, I feel like I didn't do anything on the map. You not doing anything here is, I mean, trying to do things is actually really bad, because this is because there actually is nothing really for you to do. You need to accept that sometimes. Literally just do your raptors, do your Krugs, and then reset and then come back bot for, like, dragon or pressure bot or something like that. Or actually no, you should actually just reset right now, Lucian, and then just go top and just gank top, do Krugs, gank top, then probably come down here, look for a mid gank. If you can't gank mid, then take raptors, then just keep clearing, just chill out here. You know, you don't have to do things as Sejuani. Sejuani scales very, very well. So I think you need to get off this mindset that you have to do things early, because this is forcing you to take really bad ganks, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, this is just assessing your kill threat here. you and Malphite do no way have enough damage to kill a Shen with Flash.
Yeah.
You know, it's just impossible.
That makes sense. Yeah. I was just. Well, I think I was hoping to kill him, but I was also hoping to just burn a flash or something. I figured that would be the most productive thing I could do on the map. But it makes more sense that I should have just reset and farmed up and tried to accumulate advantages for later in the game.
Yeah. I mean, even coming here and trading a flash is... I mean, there's no way you're going to trade a flash here, you know? Like, I mean, for some reason he flashes, but you would flash and he'll just walk away. He's just scared because he's like, oh, he's flashing and he must know what he's doing. But this is just, you know, people that are new to the game like yourself. So... yeah, I think that we're missing a lot of game knowledge here, and the only way you're going to learn this, I mean, obviously, you know, potentially watching like a lot of YouTube videos and stuff on it, but practice. Just understanding that Sej is very, 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 very weak. You're doing almost 0 damage early, so you can only gank with champions that are strong that can do damage, or the enemy champion is low health, and you don't fit either of the criteria. Malphite does no damage, and Shen is on full health. So you've basically done the worst possible gank you possibly could do as Edge.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I wasted a bunch of time here. Ugh.
Alright. Yep, we should just full clear our jungle. I don't think there's much we can really do here.
Yeah. I feel like this ended up being a mistake, and I should have just gone back up top and pathed top to bot here. I think I was hoping to pick up something in bot lane and then turn it into play into a dragon, but I think I ended up giving up the dragon because I pathed in the wrong direction, which I feel like is a mistake I keep making in my games, where I think, okay, dragon's up, I can't solo it, I should try to, you know, get a kill and leverage that into a dragon, and instead I don't get a kill and I end up just losing the dragon.
Yeah. So I'm hearing a lot of hoping. And again, this is like lack of data knowledge, but there is no, unfortunately, I hate to crush your dreams, but there's no hope in a million years to get this dragon.
That's fair.
Reason being is because mid Akali has 0 priority right now. Your bot lane is now basing their low health, and this is against an OLaf, and OLaf is much stronger than you at this stage of the game. So given all that criteria, is you must literally just do Raptors. And red here, you cannot get dragon. If you try and contest this, you will lose. You will die.
Okay. Yeah.
So the thought process here is, and that's also the thing as well, is that I find lower elo players always have this idea of like, they have to get their first dragon. They have to get a kill their first dragon, but be very comfortable to give up first dragon. It's not game losing whatsoever. But you can also, on the opposite end of it as well, is you can capitalize on it, because enemy lower elo players, they're so tunneled on the dragon, they will coin flip a dragon and just be on it, and you can come there at like 5 minutes. They're like low health, and you just come and kill them and take the dragon. You know?
Okay.
So yeah, I think a big part of your gameplay right now is just absolute game knowledge, and it's crazy. Just thinking right now, just, you know, going over this VOD with you, it's how much like your gameplay can improve on just purely from game knowledge. That's it. You know, it's like TFT. I mean, you know everything about, you know way more than me about it. Like, no matter how much you give me like one coaching session or something like that, I would still have no idea in so many different situations. So it's the same thing, you know, like you have way more knowledge, like let's it's just going to take a lot more games, you know, and maybe that takes Lucian a lot less TFT games and more ranked games. Yeah.
yeah, makes sense.
All right, so that's why we'll go for this early game here, because yeah, I mean, our entire top side should be cleared right now, but you know, so yeah, I think that we definitely need to get rid of the mindset of like we have to do something early, get kills, when you can just sit back, just farm, just be more efficient, more farm, have a little bit more of a farm focus, I think, here, Lucian.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions in general here, Lucian, or anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, maybe one or two. In terms of improving my game knowledge, what would you say is the best thing right now for me to focus on? And in terms of that, like, should I be watching guides? Should I be watching people's gameplay and analyzing it? Should I review my VODs, et cetera, et cetera?
Okay, so reviewing your VODs won't help you at all because we just don't have the information to properly review. I mean, so outside of playing the game a lot more, I think you need to focus on your gank threat. Knowing which champions. Okay, I tried ganking this champion. Why was it such a bad gank, or why did it not work? It's like, well, okay, Malphite seems to be really weak. He doesn't do much damage. Versus if I gank a Darius, that gank was really easy. Why was that easy? Oh, okay, Darius is really strong.
Right.
So sort of just, you still need to just start ticking that sort of off in your head. But also in terms of Sejuani, how I said before, that melee champs, they can utilize your passive. They're very good to gank for, like the Camille's, Akali here, Silas, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So just ganks, your gank threat. So I think what you do is you can actually review all your ganks in your VODs, just your ganks, and review why they didn't work and what should I have done instead, And again, most of that's just going to be you should have just done your camps instead of going for that gank because it was a waste of time.
Makes sense. And then should I aim to expand my champion pool out of tanks? I've been playing a lot of just CC bot tanks because I feel like that's the way that, well, it feels more fun to me, but also I just feel like that ends up being what I'm most effective on, and my positioning tends to be really bad on damage dealers, so I have an easier time when I'm just sitting in there CCing people. But should I try to expand out into things that could actually more easily carry a game?
You know what, Lucian? You can be an experiment for me, Lucian. How does this sound? I want you to... have you seen my Eve guide that I've released recently?
I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I've seen that you released it.
Alright, I want Eve to be your main champ, Lucian.
Okay.
You're going to watch that guide, and any questions, you're in the Discord right now, right? Literally just message me or the Evelyn channel, and I think this is... You'll understand what it feels like to carry the games and how different it is between a tank. I feel like tanks are like... I feel like that you slow down your learning process too much playing tanks in low elo. And yes, I know it's a safer option, but I need you to feel what damage feels like in League of Legends. So I want you to main Eve, and it's going to feel really weird. It's very different playstyle and everything else. But if you can, I feel like if you were to learn Leave and be very good at Eve, you'll be able to understand the game a lot more and much quicker than playing any other champ.
Well, I was looking for a good excuse to buy KDA Eve anyway, so that works out.
All right, excellent, perfect timing. Maybe that's a sign from the League of Legends gods for you to be playing Eve.
Exactly.
All right, so try that out. Let's see how we go. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, see you later, Lucian. Thanks for coming on. We'll potentially see you next time. All right, so that was our third guest for the night. Yeah, that was interesting. That's interesting. I was interested to see how that experiment will go. Yeah, I've been thinking a bit more about, because I mean, obviously a lot of lower elo people are inclined to play tanks, and I feel like it actually does lower your rate of learning a lot in League, because you're just not killing anyone. You're so reliant on your teams, and you can't rely on your teams in low elo, so your view of the game is like really distorted versus just trying to just kill people. All right, so our next guest is, I think this is Silver Graves on NA. Yeah, so even Ching saying here says just play insta-kill champs in low elo. Alright, oh, welcome to the stream, D-Carabia. We are working through YFJC right now, so we've got two more guests, a Graves and an Olaf. So, let's get up the Graves game. Alright, Fast Runner, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I sure can. Welcome to the show. It's your first time on.
Yep.
And this is a Graves game of yours. So tell me about how your rank's been going so far this season. I see you're silver at the moment.
Yeah, I used to be a mid-main, but I just swapped to jungle recently.
Alright, you gotta tell me about this one, Fast Runner. What should I call you instead of Fast Runner, by the way? What's your real life name?
Mike.
Mike. All right, Mike. Tell me, why did you transfer to? I love transfer of roles, because it's like that. I mean, you've given up on mid, or was it you just found jungle was more fun, more suited to the way you want to play the game?
I think I was actually doing really well in mid, but
Okay.
I just got tired of playing against Katarina and Zed every game, so
All
now I'm
right.
jungle.
Okay. Well, that's a reason to play jungle.
Yeah.
And Graves is your go-to champion at the moment.
I think Karthus is my best champ actually, but
Okay.
I also play Graves. Yeah.
All right. Were you watching the earlier Graves review?
I think I saw part of it. Yeah.
All right. So Graves' identity is level 2 strength, very very good, and you want to utilize it, especially against these weak talisman junglers like Eves, Heckrams, all these sort of stuff. So this is always this needs to be your first thought as soon as you go into the game. How can I abuse my level 2? Or, you know, you're a bit more lower elo. Maybe we should just stick to the general 5 camp path and then contest them on Crab. But that's definitely a huge strength to you as Graves. That's sort of why Graves is picked, because he's very, very good at bullying the enemy jungler early. Alright, so we go for a bit of a blue invade here. Doesn't go too successful, but that's okay. And Eve starts your blue buff. Okay. So, how can we punish the Eve here?
So I thought about going for her blue and just going vertical, but she's like really low and Singe was also like proxying, so I just went to my blue to fight this since I'm stronger level 2.
Okay, yes, you're stronger level 2, sure. But you think of it a little bit here. Where's Eve going to go now?
To her red.
So, what do you think about going straight to her red now instead of trying to chase Singe?
Yeah, I did end up going to her red. I just wanted to get the Singe first.
Okay. Nice. Alright.
Oh, this is bad, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright, get the flash. And then, yeah, we just back out here.
I think I messed up here. I think I should have gone for the second crab immediately.
Alright, so you push her out here. Alright, so I think a slight error. I mean, so we've lost a lot of options. Your whole game actually changes here big time, Mike, because if you're full health, you can do so much more here. But the fact that you're literally like, you know, taken, you know, you're at 10% health right now, a lot of your options are hugely limited. And this is really big. This is really big for making mistakes like this. You know, you said this was, I mean, even you knew this was bad. You said this is really bad. But your options are instantly incredibly limited. You can't even walk down bot right here. I mean, you can't gank mid. Like, ideally, you can do a lot. You can't really do raptors right now. So you're just in a terrible position right now, honestly. So you come down here. We do the crab. And the problem with this as well is that the way this game's panned out here, Mike, is that you never want to be like sitting on like 8 CS at this stage. Like, ideally, you're shutting down the enemy jungler and getting yourself very far ahead. But right now, you're sort of just doing one. You're shutting down Eve, but you're not getting yourself further enough ahead by utilizing the strength of Graves' ability to farm his jungle. So, again, sort of a consequence of going for that play. But what you can do is, and this is a concept that is really important to understand, and high elo players, this is why they are high elo. They're not too much better than like the average diamond player, but they're very good at understanding tiny details and small wins. So the way you need to view this right now is, okay, if I flash, she just, actually no, I think you flash and you kill her. Actually, I think it's actually misexecuted a bit, but let's say that you didn't have flash, right? You need to understand, okay, I'm full health right now. You'd be like, okay, what are all the options I can do right now? Okay, I'm full health. I quickly take a raptors here. I leave a little one, right? Okay, where's she going to go at a base that she's low health? She's going to go to a blue. You do these raptors, you roam mid, you gank mid, you potentially pressure mid, maybe get a flash. Then you go here, and then you keep the pressure going. Okay, now I deny the enemy Eve blue. And then I, you know, take their grump. Again, like Eve sitting on like literally 4 CS, and you're starting to gain a lead. You know, now you're like sitting on like, you know, 16 CS at that point. So like, just doing the camps after you push them out is really important, instead of going for these kills all the time.
Yeah.
So you need to think of the game more in terms of experience and gold leads. Like, is not from kills, it's actually from doing jungle camps. Yes, kills get you a lot of gold and it's great, but in terms of getting yourself ahead and snowballing yourself, yes, this is good what you've done, you're utilizing the Grave strength, but you need to be getting experience and gold as well from jungle camps, and you're sort of too focused a little bit on the kills there. But
I was kind of scared to stay in her top side because I thought Ori could move.
Yeah, okay. If Ori moves, you just kill her. Again, if you're full health. Yeah, so again, you can't do this now. I mean, my point here, Mike, is that you can't do this right now because you're too low. But if you're full health, if Ori comes, you just kill Ori, you know?
Okay.
So I'm just sort of trying to give you like an alternate reality of this game, you know, if you didn't go for that play. Alright, but this is fine. I think what you do here is a good recovery. I think this is fine. I don't even think going for bot crab, because bot crab could be gone by now, you know? Like, we actually can't go bot crab because Eve could have just gone straight there. So yeah, I'd say this is not ideal. I mean, this is not... You actually didn't punish Eve at all. Eve's actually fully back in the game, to be honest. Because you messed that up there. Alright, you didn't keep chasing that. I think that's fine. You're just clearing your camps. Eve actually hasn't got the crab, so you come down and do the crab. Alright, so another rule of League of Legends here, Mike. If you are level 4 to a level 6 champion, their base stats just from pure leveling up is incredibly high. Because you have no AD items, I can't even explain to you. You're basically a level... I mean, not exactly, but okay, you are. Basically, in terms of this situation, you're actually a level 1 champ in terms of your damage because you have 0 AD items. You have the same amount of damage, a little bit more because your base stats increased, than you do at level 1 and you got at level 4. So at this stage of the game, if you're going for ganks and you haven't based yet, you cannot gank. It's impossible to gank. I mean, even if you just view you're a kill threat here, Mike. I mean, how can we possibly kill Orianna? With like how many auto attacks would it take to kill Orianna here, you reckon?
A lot. I wasn't
a lot, yeah.
If I remember correctly, I wasn't like trying to go for the kill. Like my colleague was just like pinging. I thought maybe she wanted to like shove out or something, I don't know, or get some help, but I was gonna base here anyway. Like I just wanted to scare her off or something.
Okay.
I think maybe it's just a waste of time.
Yeah. It's not, you can't just view it as waste of time. It's actually really good for Eve now as well, because Eve, so basically this is what I call the rule of showing on the map and doing nothing with it. It's actually giving the enemy jungler a lot of information to give them breathing room. And it's the fact that you punished Eve early. Again, well, I mean, I wouldn't even say you sort of did, but you didn't keep the pressure on. She now knows like, oh, thank God, Grave shows mid. I can just keep clearing my camps. I know he's not here around me. All good, you know? So when you show on the map and you do nothing with it, that's actually giving the whole enemy team information. All your threat as a jungler is instantly gone. So you want to be trying to not show on the map as much as possible, because then again, it gives the enemy jungler free breathing room, especially a level 6 champion like Eve. You just give her the game, free early game, you know? So,
yeah, that makes sense.
So that's the problem. You're not playing Graves, you know, thing. And Graves is, I would say, an incredibly difficult champion. Honestly, Mike, I wouldn't even recommend you play Graves. Pretty much my same recommendation as you're sort of learning the game a bit more. Play like a bit more easier, like farm oriented champions that do a lot of damage, like the Kha'Zix and Eve. I recommend you watching my Eve guide, and even potentially go all in on Eve.
Okay.
Because Graves, it's just too. I wouldn't say it's like too. It's not. I'm not trying to say that like, you know, it's going to be too difficult for you to learn, but like in terms of learning the game, Graves is not a champion that you want to learn the game with. Graves is his own unique champion that has his own unique strengths that you can't really replicate with any other champion. So it's pretty much like you're only learning one champion versus I want you to learn the whole game.
Yep.
And that's like farming efficiently with Eve, learning how to kill people, learning your damage threat, all that sort of stuff. So that's all I want to go over for this game. A couple of rules we went over. Do you have any other questions you want to ask or about League in general? Or even maybe Graves still?
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright, well, excellent, Mike. Thanks for coming on, and we'll potentially see you next time.
Alright, thank you.
See ya.
See you.
Alright, so one more guest for tonight's show. I would say friend of the show, J-Dog. I think this is another silver game over on NA. All right, J-Dog, welcome back, should I say, to the show. Can you hear me all good? Your mic's muted if you're trying to talk here, Jay.
My
excellent.
dog always comes over and flips my my little switch.
Got it. That's quite annoying. All right. When was the last time? Were you on last week? You were on last week, right?
No, I was on a while ago.
Okay. Oh, sorry, it was Rare Possum. Rare Possum was on the other week. I sometimes get you two confused because you guys are the active Discord community members. So, all right. So Jay, Olaf. How are we going? What did we review last time? It wasn't an Olaf game, was it?
No, it was Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks. That's right. That was a Fiddlesticks with the. Oh, that's right. The insane IQ play, the 500 IQ. Invade by blue. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how you finding Olaf so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Definitely got to work on my early deaths. Just limit testing, knowing where I can go and where I should back off. But I'm trying to review most of my deaths.
Excellent.
And keeping an eye on that.
Excellent. And how would you say our early games are going? Are you getting all these dragons, Rifthelds, crabs?
Most of the time, yeah. Definitely I can feel like when I get those, I win a lot more when I pay attention to those and am able to actually achieve them.
Okay, so let's say you're clear here.
You still got the overlay up.
Oh. Alright, let me know when you can see it.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, so you don't know where Master Yi started this game here, Jay?
He started on blue.
Yeah. Alright, so that potentially means that top crab's his, bot crab's ours. Alright, we scare off bot, we take bot crab. Alright, these are the situations, Jay, where you just reset, you know? Like, there's not much we can really do here. Same principle that we talked about in the last review. You show on the map here doing nothing is, you know, it's like you're assessing your kill threat here, Jay. You just don't have any, you know? Like how can you possibly kill this Malzahar right now?
Yeah.
You know? And you show on the map and you give free information to the enemy team, you know? Versus just reset right now, go straight back for your Gromp Wolves, and just the speed, the tempo of clearing your camps is really important, you know? And remember, why go top here? Because you know the crab should be gone. You know, this is really important information you should have, Jay, because we knew that Master Yi started blue. So now we're sort of stuck on the map just waddling around because we're like, well, I'm on the map, I might as well go do something now. It's like, we'll gank top, but yeah, Master Yi's here, which is a fear of mine.
And then I stay way too long here, I think.
Yeah, I guess this is just not an ideal angle at all to be going for this, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Especially because I think that bush was tri-bush was warded.
Yeah, it was control ordered. Alright, so I mean, a lot of this would have been prevented if you just understood top crab's gone and you just went top here, and then, because then maybe you would have ganked from here and this wasn't warded, and then you could kill Pantheon and then go to clear your camps, you know? And this is the problem. Like, also think about it from Pantheon's perspective. He clearly saw you walk mid. So he knows you're top, you know, even Master Yi knows you're going to gank top. Again, and this is the problem when you show on the map and give free information. You're making it by, like, the thing about Master Yi is like, oh, Olaf's going top. I just counted gank top. He's obviously going to gank top. The crab's gone. What else is he going to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why showing on the map and doing nothing with it's really, you know. And let's just think about the situation here as well. Master Yi's right here. Jay, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, this is, you don't have flash as well. Like, you're trying to push in the wave.
Yeah, I think I tunnel vision there. I'm a total tunnel vision on Pantheon and
Yeah. You
just
know,
let myself get killed.
You got to respect the Yi. All right, Jay. Well, we can't be having early games like this. You need to be really disciplined on this stuff because you're already outscaled. You know, it's like pretty much over right now. So, I need you to really understand when you just like, I know that it feels weird to do nothing and just reset, but sometimes it's the case. You know, Marcy started on opposite side of you. That means he gets that crab, that crab. Basically, if you can't gank bot or gank mid, then all you do is you reset and then you go top, look for a gank, and then look to do your camps. And it'll structure your gameplay and it'll feel a lot better. But you're just trying to force things on the map right now because you're like I'm OLaf, I'm early, I'm strong, but it's like the reality is right now we can't do anything. You just have to accept that.
Understood.
And dying before 5 minutes, you know, it hurts our dragon momentum tempo as well. Like, we don't get dragon for, you know, an extra 2 minutes potentially than we should have, you know. All right, Jay. So, any other questions about OLaf or League in general?
No, I think I definitely gonna focus on keep in mind because I think I do that way too often where I just try to gank mid and take so I can get that crab even though I should know they're taking that crab right now.
Yeah.
Just because I want to double scuttle because I'm OLaf.
Yeah, but we didn't understand that's just not possible, is it? Because it's like, well, how has Yi not got that crab, you know? Remember, the only time you can double scuttle with OLaf is if you start on the same side. I talk about this in my guide. Because then you're on the same side, and then you fight them off this crab, then you double crab them. Ideally, you kill them here. And the other thing as well, assessing your kill threat, your gank threat, Jay, really important. You know, like you know that's a bad gank. It's like, why do you do it? You know. Again, because I mean, your thought process here is because I want to transition mid to the crab, but it's like it's just not worth showing, and again, it's gone. So this really hurts your game. It looks like tiny details, but these are fundamental errors that we can't be making. Right? Anything else, Jay? Any other questions or?
No, I think I got.
Excellent.
I think that answers everything. Yeah.
All right, Jay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the progress here. And we can come on a YFJC again, and then we can see how we're going.
Yeah, I think last time I came on, I was bronze 2-ish, so
excellent.
A lot of progress since then.
There you go. We're going to be hitting gold next season, all right, Jay? Or even by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's the hope. Yeah, by the end of this season.
All right, Jay. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for YFJC here, episode number 32. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.